today we are going to be serious. Enough of not enough of. There's never you can never laugh enough actually. But like today we are going to be serious and I have a very special guest. And you guys, this is my first guest that I'm shooting my shots because we don't know each other from like Adam. So I'm very happy that she said yes because I'm like, you don't really know me and so I really appreciate you coming on the podcast. So, guys, we're going to be talking about financial literacy today. And I came across, oh, I'm talking too much, but I'm going to introduce Lade. So, I came across her page, and she's a content creator who makes content, about like financial freedom, things that we should know, investing, stuff like that. So, I'm just going to let her, introduce herself to us as we start the episode. Hi, Lade.
Hi, Naomi. Thank you for inviting me to your podcast. I'm glad. Ololade Ajubona, a personal finance content creator, as Naomi
Yeah.
has said earlier. Always ready to share knowledge because I got the knowledge. I enjoy learning about it, and I feel like, oh, okay, there are a lot of people like me that are not informed, and
Mhm.
that's my own way of informing them through social media. So yeah, that's basically it.
Thank you, Lade, so much. I am going to also put her handle and everything in the description box, and I'll be tagging her in the posts for the week concerning this episode. So, you guys, please follow her, and you guys need to get serious with your money. So, please, Lade is the girl for you. Okay, so I'm going to be asking a couple of questions, and I really hope that everybody can learn from this. And I also would love to learn from this because I I haven't really taken anything finance serious in my life. So I'm like this episode is also for me. So I'm going to be asking her questions that I feel that I would also want to be answered. So you're welcome, guys. Okay, so I think I'll start with the question why you decided to, you know, educate yourself about financial literacy, things like that, and maybe like growing up, what was your relationship with money like? And was there a moment that completely changed how you saw your finances?
Okay, thank you for that. So about growing up here, there's always this thing about saving. My mom is someone that just likes to save. Yes, she wasn't really financial literacy informed, but
Mhm.
anytime there's income, she's always ready to put some money somewhere. So it's something that she always tells us as we've been growing up. Try and always save money, even if it's money for biscuits they give you. Keep a little bit of it
Yeah.
somewhere. You
Not
don't
like
know
us
when
that will
you
use
need
lottery
it.
money for biscuits.
You don't
Sorry.
you can't try you can I don't think you can try that on my mom. So yeah, she's always been the advocate for let's always keep something. We don't know when we'll need it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what really made me now put more attention to it was all through secondary school, the small money they'll be giving me to take to school, I'll still be saving from it. So then
Wow.
when I was totally done with secondary school, I now
Mm-hmm.
said, let me go and open a bank account.
Mm.
And I can remember vividly that the total money I took to GT Bank that day was 15,000. That was my savings all through secondary
Wow.
school.
You're
I
disciplined though. Hey.
God
All
knows.
right.
I don't know why I can never forget that day, but I was going to the bank with that kind of pride that
Yeah.
all my savings through secondary school 15K. And surprisingly I went to a government school. So you can imagine how it was not as if you were wasting money or there was one money that someone is
Yeah.
giving you to waste out there. So I did that, and since then I just kept, if I have any excess money, since we now have bank app all through
Yeah.
uni
So it's so
too,
easy.
when there's
Yeah.
any extra money, I'll just always send it there. Every time I have extra cash in uni, I'll send it there because I never wanted that account to
Mm-hmm.
be empty. So that was it. So when I found that I enjoyed saving money, just even for no reason, they say save for emergency. I didn't always wait for emergency to save. I
Mm.
just saved.
Saves.
So through uni, I saw that it was not a normal habit for everybody. It's not everybody that enjoyed savings.
Yeah.
I had friends that It's as the money is coming that we waste it. Okay. And when I talk to them, they're like, okay, what she's saying makes sense. I thought, oh, that means what I thought I have naturally. Some
Mm-hmm.
people literally don't know it. Some people don't have that knowledge, or they have the
Yeah.
knowledge, but because there's nobody pushing them, they are not ready to do it. When I was done with uni, that I started working, I said, "Oh, let me take a one of the my online mentors for this financial literacy thing is Tosin Olaseyinde. I've
Oh
always been
yeah.
following her page since, so I had to pay to join our 1 year accountability team where they also teach about finance. And when I saw what they were teaching, I'm like, I
Yeah.
actually know majority of these things that I feel like, oh, I still have to go out to learn.
Mm.
What I felt I still needed to go and learn from were right inside of me. I was not just ready to push further. So going to Money Africa, then like learning from Tosin Olaseyinde then was like, okay, you know enough, yeah. So don't
Yeah.
be scared that you are not informed. You are. So from there, I just kept, when I was done with 1 year learning, and it also helped me do better than what I knew then. I started reading books, I started listening to podcasts, started watching videos online, started taking short courses,
Mm.
and yeah, I felt, let me not learn this alone. Let me just share this with other people, because you'll be surprised.
That's
A lot
amazing.
of
So what?
people don't know this.
Yeah. Wow. So what I'm even picking from all you've actually said is like the learning part. Like it's not enough for you just to say, "Oh, let me start saving money," because I think another thing people say is like let your money work for you. And the fact that you decide to learn, pay for a course, listen to podcasts, read about it. So for example, now I'm different. I'm the friend that you, if you want to spend money, I'm the friend that you should come and meet because I'll be like, you know what, you money will always come back, spend it. So I think one
Are
thing
you
I would do
serious?
is I would I'm actually serious. I would what I'll do is I used to save. So what I'll do is after saving, like once the money even like piles up in your account, like it's the same money. And in my head, I'm like, okay, so I've saved, 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 saved. How can I, um is double it. So like I'm sure there are like different financial mistakes that people make, especially people like us, because I feel like as we're getting older, it's important that you start taking your wealth building serious. So before I even
Yes.
get into like wealth building and tips that you can share with us, like what financial mistakes, what like as general financial mistakes that people make and that you think maybe you can give them some solution. For example, me now, it's not as if I don't save. Let me just put the disclaimer. I don't I save, but I the money is just there. I don't do anything with it. And when I need it, I take it. And it's so hard for me to replace it when I take from my savings. And I'm also the friend that you come to meet to if you need encouragement to to spend. So please can you enlighten me and my people?
Okay. So in this kind of situation, what I always
Yeah.
tell people is that money is a spirit. If
Mm.
you keep it somewhere, you're not using
Mm-hmm.
it to do anything. It will definitely find something for you to use it for.
Mm.
So that's a mistake we usually make. Don't just save blindly. For people
Mm.
like us, a lot of times I had a client same age range with us. I feel like we're
Yeah.
in our 20s here. I'm in
Yeah.
my late 20s.
I'm in my late
And she
twenties
was
too.
like, she had saved a lot of money. I think she was in millions. Like, I think
Oh
she said
wow.
like 7 million. And she said she wanted to get a car or something. And surprisingly, she didn't know how she spent the money. And she said, Lady, I know that I don't waste money.
Ewo.
So she's like, she does not, she literally did not know how the money like went away from her account. It's not as if anybody stole it. You won't just know. Somebody will call you today and say, "Oh, Naomi, lend me or give me this money. I just want to use it for this." Sometimes they don't even have to lend the money. They just say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I think I have some money in my account now." You send to the person. Then before you know it again, something else comes. You see a shoe and you're like, "Okay, I have money now." And the funniest thing is that money you have is reducing. That's
Yeah.
what you forget. So one mistake we make is thinking that the money will always be there. and we don't give the money an assignment to do, the money
Mm.
will always find an assignment for itself. So
Yeah,
that's
that makes sense.
one thing I always give as solution to things like that is always give your money a plan, give you something to do. Oh, I have money. The funniest thing is you have a lot of things to achieve with money that you just chose to ignore.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to, oh, in the next 10 months, I want to maybe do a master's degree. Get a master's degree, I can, let me just save for that.
Mm.
The moment you say this is what I want to use the money for, when any other thing that is not resonating with you, that is not sounding very concrete enough comes, you won't, you it will not push you to take that money to give anybody. But the fact that you did not give the money anything to do, it will be available to be used.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want to use
You
this
not
money to get
asking,
an apartment.
yeah.
You were
You
about
now
to
be
say
asking
something.
yourself, what did I do with the money? That's even I'm like
Exactly.
anytime I ask myself that I'm like, sometimes like I'll get money and I'm like, how did this money reduce? Like what did I use it for? And it's so crazy. It can be for like small things. And you're like, so
That's it.
maybe another thing is like noting Abby. What do you
Yes,
think? Like
yes.
taking note of
I
things
do
to
that.
spend money on.
So everything, and the other thing people say is, why am I tracking my expenses? You'll be
Mm,
surprised. The moment you're done, I used to say this every time, that track your expenses for at least 1 month, or it's something you don't do before. Just do it for a month. I'm begging you, do it for a month and see the rubbish you are spending money on. You will be surprised. One, you'll be surprised that sometimes that expense, your expense for that month will be way more than your income. That's when
wow.
you start rethinking that it's like I'm spending my savings too as part of my monthly
Yeah.
expense.
Yeah.
So I do this, like, even if I forget to do it a day, 2 days, I have the notification. I shared some apps on my page, which yesterday. Are you still there?
Yeah, I am.
It's a
I am.
network issue. Is it from my end? Can you hear me?
It's probably from my end. I can hear you. Tall.
Okay. So I said that recording expenses,
Mm-hmm.
I put the notification on my phone. So every it gives me notification. The app gives me notification every day. So even if I forget
Wow.
today, there's a notification that remind me tomorrow. So just record it for a month and see how you're spending your money. First, it will let you know where your money is going to the most. Is it food? Is it hangouts? Is it clothes that I spend money on? Or is it even education? Because people are buying courses online now that majority of people don't even follow. Like you, because of
Mm,
the enthusiasm that you see the seller of the course uses to advertise, then you pay for a course.
yeah.
Majority of us, like at least 70% of people that buy those courses just buy and then dump it in their
And they
inbox
don't,
and
they
they
even
don't
go
follow
to
up.
practice.
Yes, they won't practice it. So when you track expenses, it will help you know, oh, do I need to save more? Do I need to
Mm,
start investing? Or am I someone that spends anyhow?
mm-hmm,
Then you and your
mm-hmm,
money will be having one-on-one conversation when you are able to track. You know, maybe next month, 2 months time, I want to do better. So
mm.
that's something we ignore, but it's very, very important. Recording our expenses. What else would I say is a mistake that people say, like, oh, I'm still too young to invest? That's another thing that we just say blindly. I'm in my 20s. What am I investing for? Yeah, some people in their 20s already have kids. I don't have a kid yet. So some of us that, oh, you're not married yet, you don't have kids yet, then the
Yeah.
next thing you say is, I don't really think I have a reason to invest, money would always come. Okay. What would you do when there's an emergency period in your life?
Mm,
Like, let's start with the money would always come. What do you do when there's an
yeah.
emergency period in your life and you spent the money with the mindset of money would always come? Truth is, life is full of surprises. Everybody has the surprise moments, both positive and negative.
Mm-hmm,
And one
mm-hmm.
thing you would want to do for yourself is to prepare for both. If
Yeah.
if a company has a downs is doing a downsizing now, How many people can survive 6 months without having income? Because before you get a job in this Nigeria, we are in Nigeria. So I'm in Nigeria. That's what I'm saying. That before you get a job in
Even
Nigeria,
in the UK self.
it's not. I thought it was easy over there. Oh.
Ah, my darling. I
I
don't know how to
literally
say
thought
this
it
in
was.
Yoruba, but like I'm inside this right now, it's actually very hard to get a job. So I understand where you're coming from.
So if you're not saving or investing a part of your income, when the hard
Yeah.
times come, you even start feeling less of yourself because you now become someone that goes to call people you that they knew as someone that was working in a top company
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Mm-hmm.
months ago. Then you now become someone that's going to beg. That's why you have to prepare, because if you're saving, you're not following the whole myth of money will always come. You
Mm-hmm.
When you're
Mm-hmm.
bouncing back, like when you're having those times, you're prepared, there's enough. Then the part of investing, the benefit that someone that started investing at 25 would enjoy from investing is different from what someone that starts investing at 35 would
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Because as 25, you are investing, say, $20 per week. In Naira, you're out of your 200K salary, you are choosing to invest like 50,000 Naira monthly.
Mm-hmm.
And you're investing or saving it in a, let's even assume you're saving it in a high interest savings account. We have up to 20% interest in high interest savings in Nigeria now. For
Yeah.
example, in Piggyvest, in economic, like a couple of apps, high interest savings app now are giving up to 20% interest per annum. So let's assume you're saving 50,000 naira monthly
Mm.
out of that salary, and you are getting 20% interest per annum. Per annum, oh, people used to think is per month. Per
Wow.
annum. That's per year. So they give you that interest monthly. That's, oh, you invest save 50,000 naira this month. They divide
Yeah.
the 20% per annum with 1 month. It's not
Mm-hmm.
as if they're giving you that 20%. So now you're getting that interest every month. So you save 50,000 naira in January. In February, it becomes 100,000 naira. It's not the same interest you got in January you get in February. So it keeps
Yeah.
compounding till the end of the year. Now, somebody that's starting that at 35 would not enjoy what 25 is enjoying. So if you have the information, you have the money, start as early as you can, because at the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself. We have people
Yeah.
in their
Actually.
early 30s, mid 30s, that are already building houses just because they chose to start this journey earlier. And for someone that's even in the UK, I feel like the money over there has value than naira.
Mm.
Do you get? There are some apps that they can also use to invest over there that I know that I have information about. I think in the UK you can use free trade, trading 212, eToro to start investing. And if you're getting your, you should be looking small when it starts, but when you look at it in the long term, say you've consistently done that thing, you said, oh, I want to be investing at
Yeah.
least $20 per week, because I feel like you
Mm-hmm.
don't, it's not monthly income the way it's monthly income in Nigeria over there. Or is it the
What do you
same?
mean? Like it's the
Like the
same. You get
salary.
so you're paid the salary. Yeah, you get your salary like monthly, but they pay according hours. So a particular hour is a particular amount. So according to the hours that you work, stuff like that. But yeah,
I feel
it's
like,
I get.
so if you're doing like that, in the long run it's you that would enjoy it. So
Mm,
invest as early as you can. Don't wait till you are in your old age. And if you are currently in your 30s watching this video, it's still not too late compared to someone that is just getting informed about this in their 40s and just want to start. So anytime you get the information, just start doing something about it. Start investing, start saving.
yeah, I think I also like the fact that technology now has given people, it's very easy to do. So just all with all the apps and everything that you have mentioned, I would definitely like. I don't know if it would be okay for me to repost some of your work on my page, but just to inform people about okay, these are the things that you can use. So even me. So let me even say, so I started doing investments this year, like maybe like 2 months ago. My younger sister is one that even influenced me. So she's been on my neck every month, and she was like, oh, I should see like how I can do that over here too. So it's not as if I'm just doing it in naira. Do you get? So I'm actually happy that you've
Yes.
mentioned all these things. So I don't know, is there like any specific way, like that eureka moment, is there anything that somebody can do to take charge of their finances? Because I'm sure there are people now that sometimes like they're just living from paycheck to paycheck, and I don't think that's how to live, because I wanna go to Dubai. I wanna, do plenty things with my money. I want my money to, do things for me. So, are there like any tips that for someone to start, just start something, just start doing, or are there like any avenues that people can easily start investing, saving? And I just recently heard of mutual funds. I don't know if that's a better way of saving than just leaving your money in your savings account. So
Okay.
just you can give us a few more
Okay,
tips
like
on
you
that.
said, that are there ways that we can start.
Yeah.
First thing first that we always tell people when you want to like start your savings and investing journey is look at your look at your finances. Look at what
Mm-hmm.
is coming in and what is
Yeah.
going out.
Yeah.
Try and see. First thing, budget. How can I budget this income to match my daily spending,
Yeah.
match like my monthly bills and all, and I'm still able to invest? There's
Mm.
basically a first rule of budgeting that we use, that they say 50, 30, 20. If you can do that with your income, and if you can even do more than 20, so let me break down the 50, 30, 20. 50 is your needs, sorry. Your
Yeah.
needs are what you use every day.
Yeah.
Your phone bill, food, transportation, things that are basic need. If you don't use them, you can't function
Mm-hmm.
that month. So 50% of your income channeled to that, and you're good if you can work with that. Your salary can help you work with that, and you still have 50%. So out of the remaining 50%, 30% for your wants, like Netflix
Mm-hmm.
subscription. Oh, you have to buy clothes. Yeah, I was saying something about the first thing is setting a budget, and I said 50% of that your salary, it
Mm-hmm.
goes to your basic needs, things that
Yeah.
you can't survive on in a month without. Then 30% of that same salary should go to your wants, Netflix subscription, hangouts, I can't data is already part of life now, so it's supposed to be in your needs. At this point, data is no more wants. So yeah, basically things that are just to, make you feel better apart from your basic needs. Like you want to
Yeah.
get clothes, more shoes, those things should go to 30%. Then the remaining 20% should go to savings and investment. So if you look at your income and it's not able to match that,
Mm-hmm.
the next thing that we should be looking at is how can we increase the income, because you can you can't keep living from hand to mouth, and there are a lot of
Yeah.
opportunities out there if we are able to look at those opportunities. Oh, my current job, can I get to do another job alongside that job that would increase the possibility of me making more money? Because some of the bills, and I know over there you guys bills are even way expensive than ours, so I can imagine what it will look like. No, it's true now. We are having to
Paying
pay
them
rent
and like
yearly.
live here.
Yeah, so you're paying rent
So,
monthly, we are paying yearly, and your monthly rent is like equivalent of our own yearly rent. So it's understandable. So if you're able to, like, rent is also part of your needs, so because I always tell people, even if you're
mhm.
paying rent yearly, have a monthly amount you're taking out of your
Yeah, that you're
salary, you're
paying for
saving
that, saving for
somewhere.
that.
Yes, that
Mm.
you're saving for your rent. So if you're able to tick that box, and if you're even able to tick it that you see that 50% are sorted, both wants and needs. Maybe you are a
Mm.
high income earner, you don't really have a lot of responsibilities. You can channel 50% into your savings and investment. So if you've been able to figure out, oh, this is the amount I'm going to be able to do
Yeah.
20%. So you can choose to split that 20% into two. 10% for savings, 10% for investment. You can start with that. Then as
Mm.
time goes on, if you're able to increase, you do that. After you've done that part, you are just, I'm believing you're just starting this journey. The next thing
Yeah.
for you to now pay attention to is set an emergency fund savings for yourself. So if you're starting your savings, you can choose to use that your 10% to save consistently for like 6 months to have emergency fund. Emergency fund is that money that's apart from when
Hey, I didn't know this thing was this deep.
it is it is so you can first start your savings with having emergency fund, because emergency
Mm.
fund is those money that your phone just decides to stop working today.
Ah.
You have something somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. My phone decided to show me shege as at last month, and I was torn between fixing the phone or having to get a new one. And of course, the former one, it has
Yeah.
spent over 2 years or so, and okay, I had to. There's money to fix and continue using. Do you understand? And
Yeah.
there's money there to be able to get another one. So it's
Mm-hmm.
now, because there's an emergency fund somewhere, I have the choice to make that decision. For some
Hmm.
people, there will be no phone for the
Yeah.
next
You have to
three to
keep
four
managing
months.
what they have.
Yes, they have to either keep managing what they have or not have anything to use at all. So that's
Right.
why we preach emergency fund. Just have it somewhere. After if you are able to like keep saving some amount out of that your saving percentage in
Yeah.
emergency fund, or you see one awoof money that you're not using too much of, put a bit of it in emergency fund. We usually say emergency fund, the amount of money in your emergency fund should be like your cost of living for 6 months. So if you're spending 200,000 naira monthly,
Mm-hmm.
normally, have like 200 times 6, have like 1.2 million somewhere.
Yeah.
It will help you if they suddenly say you can't work with you anymore and you're having to look for a job.
Mm.
There's something somewhere that will sustain you for the next 6 months. If you suddenly have to move, and of course you're saving for rent, but moving to a new place will cost more. You can
Yes.
take from your emergency fund. That's what that helps with. So if you've been able to save your emergency fund, then focus on now your normal savings, and don't just keep your emergency fund. Don't go and invest your emergency fund, because emergency will not tell you when it will come. So you can put your emergency fund in your high interest savings account, the one that is easily withdrawable, because
Yeah.
some you can't withdraw until a specific time. So put it in a place where you know you can access it, but it's not like it's something you just want to go and spend.
Mm.
After you sorted out the emergency fund and you are now consistently saving, when you're choosing to save, saving is not dumping money in your bank account. There's the option of high interest savings account. In Nigeria, I don't know the one for UK, but I know the one for Canada is, they use Wealth Simple. It's one of their high interest savings app, Wealth Simple
I can
for
check
Canada.
for that and like share with people. I'll just research on
Yes,
that. The one for the UK.
yes, I know. I've not. I did the one for Canada because my sister stays there. So
Oh, okay.
immediately, immediately she got there, the next thing, how
Oh
can
yeah,
you
this
start
is what you
saving?
should do. Yes.
Yes, how can you start saving in SIM card too, not just in naira?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
look for the high interest savings apps, because like you said, is we can use our phone to do
Yeah.
almost everything
Man.
now. So
Man, use your phone
you
to
don't
do
have to go to
anything.
the bank. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
go to the bank to start looking for. So look for the high interest savings account that has a good, they're paying good interest per annum. It will not seem like Nigerians that are paying like 20% interest per annum. It may not be the same for foreign currency, like foreign countries, because
Yeah.
the value of this money is not the same. I think for Canada and co, it should be around 4 to 5% interest per annum. I think that's what their own interest savings app gives them. But if you look at their currency, it's worth it.
Yeah.
So look for high interest savings app that can be giving you good interest per annum that you're putting your savings in. Then you now want to start investing. Before you start investing, there are three levels of there are three levels of risk that you first have to look at and see which one you fit in.
Mm.
There's the low risk appetite, there's the medium risk appetite,
Mm-hmm.
and there's high risk appetite. Now, for someone that has a low risk appetite, is someone that if they lost just 20,000 naira, they can have an attack. So, no, it's true. It's not as if anybody wants to willingly let go of their money, but there are some kind of amount of money that if you maybe you put it in, you use it to buy something, and when you get home the thing is bad
Yeah.
and it's something you cannot return, you won't curse the person that sold it to you. You
Mm-hmm.
just see it as, oh, some even this seller might not know that this thing has an issue, but some people, social media will hear about that problem. So that kind of person is very emotionally attached to their money. So that
Mm.
kind of person cannot say, oh, the first level of investment I want to go into is like stocks. Investing in individual stocks is like an high risk slash medium risk investment. 'Cause even currently, the stock market is down, and you that have maybe a portfolio of $1,000, you
Yeah.
can be seeing your portfolio as at today as like $700
Mm.
because of the see you have already even changed. I am not even joking. Yeah, I put some of my money in crypto. Yeah, I
Mm.
have my money was like $600 as at last year.
Yeah.
You won't believe that yesterday that money is $170.
Wow.
I posted something. I posted something of recent, like 2 posts ago, that I said that my crypto portfolio is making me laugh.
Okay.
So
Wow.
you cannot be doing crypto. Cannot be saying you want to invest in things like volatile kind of investment, and then you don't
Yeah.
have chests. You don't have the chest to take some risks. So for low risk appetite people, you mentioned mutual funds. Low
Mm.
risk appetite, you want to be seeing your money the way you put it there. You don't you know you don't want to be hearing any story like the stock market is down, my money went from 100,000 to 50,000.
Yeah.
Please, mutual fund is for you. Invest in mutual funds, invest in high interest savings account, invest in money market funds. So mutual funds is like, for in Nigeria now, mutual funds, the money that they put together to create mutual funds that is accessible for us. Like you find some mutual funds on Cowrywise app in Nigeria here. They
Mm-hmm.
use treasury bills. They use commercial papers. Like treasury bills is like us borrowing the government money, and then they pay us back with interest. That's basically what
Okay.
treasury bills, debt notes is all about.
And
So
this
the
is
kind
on
of
the
invest
Carrywise app.
Yeah, you see, yes, you see mutual
Hmm.
funds on Carrywise app. So mutual funds, any mutual fund you want to invest in, when you do a research about them, they'll let you know everything that they put your money together to invest in.
Oh, okay.
So I know Afri Invest also has their own mutual fund. Stanbic IBTC has mutual funds. So they invest in a lot of things. So when there's like a breakdown, economic breakdown, everything cannot be having issue at the same time. So
Yeah.
that's why they advise people that have low risk appetite to look towards things like mutual funds, index funds too. Index funds is more, not just in Nigeria, internationally, index fund is more like what mutual fund is called here.
Okay.
So look for index fund, look for mutual funds, low risk appetite. You will not have heart attack. They will even show you, they will let you know, oh, what the interest can be in the
Yeah.
long run. Oh, if you invest for 3 months, if you invest for 6 months, invest for 10 months, and you see your interest as it's growing, then you
Mm.
can choose to reinvest it with, yeah, so mutual fund is good for you. So for medium risk appetite, like I don't know, I can share you a link that you can use to answer some questions. Like when they answer some questions, it will now show you if you're a low risk appetite person medium risk appetite, or high risk appetite. Like that's it. That's how I even got to know I'm medium though, but I try to
Yeah.
go to the high part sometimes just to be able to say, okay, you can do this. You never can tell which one
Mm-hmm.
would work.
Mm-hmm.
So for medium risk appetites, yes, you can chest some kind of things when they come. Okay, if I put my money in ETF, ETFs are exchange traded fund. So this, do you understand? This is what I explain ETF as.
Mm.
So for example, you go to the market to buy, give or take. Let me use medicine. I usually explain it with sanitary for ladies. So for guys, I can use anything. So I'm trying to look at anything around me I can use to explain. So say you went to buy a pack of paracetamol,
Mm-hmm.
a pack. So when you go to the supermarket to buy a pack of paracetamol, let's assume you are investing in paracetamol.
Yeah.
It's a pain relief medicine. So
Mm-hmm.
now, if paracetamol company has issue, like you, as you what is now, let's assume you are now an investor, you are
Yeah.
part of people in there. So if say the company that produces it that you invested in is having issue and they have a downturn, paracetamol, the value of paracetamol stocks
Yeah.
will go down.
Mm-hmm.
Now on the other hand, you go to the supermarket, there's a pack of, and this is a drug pack. This is a pack here.
Yeah.
So when you get there, you say, "Oh, give me 5 different sachets of pain relief drugs."
Yeah.
So you get a sachet of paracetamol, get a sachet of ibucap, get a sachet of Felvin,
Mm-hmm.
all together in one pack
Oh, okay.
of drugs.
Yeah.
So you bought paracetamol as a pack differently. So when you're buying that pack where you have like 50
Different pin.
different pain relief drugs in
Yeah.
one pack,
Yeah.
you have a piece of each of those companies
Oh, okay.
in one. So when paracetamol is down, don't forget paracetamol can also be in that pack.
Yeah.
So when one of those companies that sells that is in that one ETF, when one of it is down, does not mean all of it
The others.
would
Oh.
also be down at the same time. So if you invest in that other pack where you have access to a lot of pain relief medicine at the same time, you are able to hedge risk.
Mm.
The risk of your money falling down totally when paracetamol company goes down is different from the risk you would experience if out of 50 different pain reliefs, only paracetamol is experiencing a downturn. Your
Yeah.
stock is still, your ETF is still in a good level. It's not like you're experiencing as much pain as as much loss as what someone that just invested in a pain relief company is
Yeah.
experiencing. I don't know if
Yeah. I
this,
understand. I understand what you're saying.
yes, so that's literally what having ETF over individual stock is about. So we have ETFs that have like 500 stocks in one. We have the ones that have 300 stocks in one ETF, that have 100 stocks in one ETF. Like the ETFs I invest in QQQ. It has different tech stocks in
Mm.
one. And as we all know, tech is here to stay.
Yeah. It
I'm
is.
sure that before I leave this world, there will be iPhone 29. So like, I mean now as I sit here now, in my late 20s, there's 16.
Mm.
I'm very sure there will be 29. I have like Apple is an individual stock. In
Mm.
that QQQ, Apple is one of the stocks in QQQ.
Mm-hmm.
So you invest in the ETF that has the companies that have stood the test of time. Don't just buy anything. So
Mm.
someone that can invest in things like ETFs is someone that is like a medium, that is staying in this medium risk appetite level. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes, there can be a time when the whole stock markets choose to be down.
Wow.
Yeah, they can. I don't know if anybody has watched this movie, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
All these Wall Street movies is part of this. Those movies also teach us a lot about all this whole
Yes.
investing in the stock market and
Yeah.
everything. Someone that wants to invest in agriculture is in the middle of both high and medium risk,
Medium.
because if you invest in agriculture, sometimes it's not something you want to do on your phone. Like, I decided to pay attention to my mom's farm recently. Oh, she has a poultry farm, and I'm like,
Yeah.
we can make money from this. Let's assume that one day the egg that all the chicks gave us were bad. That's already a loss for that day. So if you're not
Yeah. Yeah.
someone that can also manage risks, focus on low risks investment,
Mm.
medium risk investment, things like ETFs, things like still some level of mutual funds are also in the medium risk. Look at what That's what I say, look at what they are investing in. It will
Mm-hmm.
determine if you're investing in something that is high risk, medium risk, or low risk. So yeah, that's for medium level
Low.
risk appetite. Then high risk appetite.
Mm.
You are ready to give your all. Do you understand? You know that if anything happens, one way or the other, you will make your money. Do you understand? These are people that
Mm-hmm.
can invest in things like cryptocurrencies, invest in individual stocks market. Some people invest in companies that are just starting. My own kind of
Hmm.
stock investment is company that I know that they've been here before they even born me. Company. so so like the tendency of them just disappearing into the thin
Yeah.
air is
Mm-hmm.
very low compared to someone that, because all those companies that just started, there is actually that tendency of high increase and there's tendency of high fall. So some people
Yeah.
are able to, like, okay, I'm ready to put my money in this. I'm choosing
Ah.
to be on the positive side, that okay, oh, if the company doesn't grow, I lose the money, I'm fine. And on the other hand, if I choose to put my money in it and the company decides to skyrocket, I'm also in cool cash. There was this time that no, it's true. Like recently, yeah, I say is it recently in 2023,
Mm-hmm.
20, I think end of 2023 or so, the news about 2024 basically. This whole news about oil and gas, petroleum
Yeah.
and everything in
Yeah.
Nigeria started booming everywhere. It's now so expensive and everything. So like early 2024, I just decided to put my money in corn oil.
Mm.
And I did. And I just left the money there, that okay, let me see what this will do. And surprisingly, a year later, it has given me 300%, 306%. Do you like it has given me? I now told myself, like, let's assume that I invested like a million naira in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so multiply that a million naira times 306%.
I have to get on my Zoom.
So, so sometimes again, information, the news
Mm.
you hear would help
Yeah.
you know, okay, what can I invest in? What's the tendency that this thing would grow?
Wow.
The banking industry in Nigeria, people are paying attention to it recently. This one that UBA is for Tony Elumelu. Tony Elumelu just paid dividend. They paid dividend of 3 naira per share for people. Now people will rush
Mm.
to go and buy it now. And
Yeah.
now that it is in, this is not even when you should go and be jumping to go and buy. It is not when the news of a business, like a news of a company or a stock is booming everywhere, that you should go and rush into it. The
Mm.
moment they said that, well, there's this word that is the poor that gives the rich. At the end of it, I've forgotten what the adage is about.
Is it the poor that makes the rich rich? What am I even saying? I don't think I've heard
I
that
like
adage.
more like it's the poor that makes the richer, but I've forgotten the actual adage that says
Yeah.
it. So you that you are just starting investment, oh, you heard they said this company, you know that your risk appetite is low. You heard they said a company, you heard they said the company is at the stock market price of this company suddenly boomed. You are now going to
Mm-hmm.
buy it at the boomed price. Are you not supposed to just calm down and say, okay, which one can I research now? Which
Yeah.
company am I using, or which company am I seeing that there's tendency of it growing? Oh, AI is currently still in its growing phase. As we speak, AI is
Yeah.
still in its growing phase. We've not even used AI at all with the way we are using it now. Now, this a good time for people to start looking at those companies that are working with AI, companies that are using this whole AI related stuff that will want to
Yeah.
build artificial intelligence further. You can start investing in them now. Don't wait till the day they say, oh, this company that is investing in AI has suddenly brought out a new AI course, so and so, then everybody rushes to buy. The people that will make money from it has already made their money the time that
Yeah.
you were not doing anything about it. So if you're able to let go of your money for a while, at the end of the day, you will still not lose it. That's why we always say if you have risk appetite, you should be choosing to invest for the long term. If you have high risk appetite, sorry. So if you say, okay, I put my money in this and I choose to leave it there for 5 years and I want to consistently put my money in it,
Mm.
the market that went down now will go back up. So
Mm.
that's what we usually tell people. So if you want to invest and you know you are not ready to let your money stay away from you for a long period of time, just stay with. In mutual funds, you can invest for 6 months, 12 months. You get your interest, everybody's happy. But sometimes the business you invested in as an individual stock, the crypto coin you went to go and buy, when it falls down, it might not come back up until 1 year. Are you ready to wait? So those are the things that we also tell people. First, try and measure your risk appetite. Know
Yeah.
how much you are ready to let go of for a while to be able to build this your wealth. And that's why when we say you should do it consistently, keep putting your money there, keep watching it grow. The market will definitely work in your favor at the end of the day. But if you're jumping on trends, everything you see people say they should invest in, you are rushing to invest in. You are helping people that are waiting for long term to make more money while you lose your money. So that's what I tell people basically about investing. Immediately you've known your risk appetite, it will be
Yeah.
easy for you to invest. And we also say don't invest in anything you don't understand.
Mm. Hmm.
Any company that you see that, oh, you don't know what they are doing, anything that you're telling you invest, I've been scammed before, and I will never I don't think I'll ever want to be scammed again. And how did I get scammed? It was my friend that shared information with me. Even she did not know that they were scammers.
Oh
I
my.
I gathered all I saved 100,000 naira from my NYSC allowance when they were paying 1980. I saved hundred
Child.
thousand naira. And why? Because my PPA was paying me. I was also working as a customer service online for a retail store. So it was just like
Yeah.
I was just my NYSC money, I was not really using it. So I saved 100,000 naira and I took that money. After NYSC, she now told me, oh, there's a place where they'll pay you 20% in 3 months. How does that even make sense? But as at that time, we just graduated, we want to make cool cash. I felt like, okay, for them to not say in 1 month, then it makes sense.
Yeah.
Then I went to put my money in it. Lo and behold, I did not see my 100,000. I did not see the 20% interest. That money
Hey.
is gone. That money is gone. So whatever, and I didn't bother to ask. I just chose to feel like, oh, since my friend is the one that said she also lost 200 and something thousand too in that
Ah.
investment. So don't invest in what you don't understand. If they tell you, it's just this, tell them to explain to you. The moment the person that wants to tell you to invest cannot explain
I don't even
what they
doesn't
are
even understand
doing
what's
there,
going on.
exactly, does not understand what is going on, where don't even bother. Don't try it, because you're
Ah.
going to cry. And I don't like when I
Child.
hear people that are informed, like people that are educated, putting money in things that do not make sense. So
Ah.
try to not invest in what you don't understand. And if you want to start investing and you're confused about the company to invest in, look at yourself. What are the things that I use?
Mm.
Oh, I use MTN to buy data. Okay. How long has MTN been here? Do you think MTN will still be here?
Mm.
Read about them, see, are they making moves to keep being better? So you can, okay, be what I'm saying, no, MTN will do better. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm using a, what they call it, I'm using an iPhone. Is Apple still going to be in the market? Is there a tendency that Apple would not disappoint? And then you can use that. You don't have to understand all the investment grammar before. Like that's why I tell people first look at what you use. Use
Mm.
that to choose what you say, oh, I want to start investing. Invest in the things that you use, the companies that sell those things you use. And then you are good to go to a minimum. Then you can now start educating yourself, start reading books, start listening to podcasts, start watching YouTube videos about all these investments. And before you know it, you are well informed. You don't need a degree in investing to start investing.
Yeah.
Just know the basic things, get informed, know your risk appetite, be ready to let go of some money now so that you can retire early
And
and be
enjoy yourself.
resting. And if you have a skill that you can build into a business aside that is also making you more money, you don't always, those people that were buying their company stock, they started somewhere. Is
Yeah.
there something you too you want to start now that you at the end of the day they will start buying your own company stock too in the US stock market or Nigerian stock market? Then also start putting a little bit of energy in it because whatever we are doing now, whatever we are working for now, started from somewhere too.
Yeah.
So as you are
Yeah.
investing in people's company, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself
Mm-hmm.
enough to be someone that people want to invest in. Oh, does this girl know what she's doing enough that I want to pay to have a one-on-one class with her? If you are well informed, people will pay for you. People will
Yeah.
pay to talk to you. People will pay to see you. So yes, that's basically the general knowledge about investing. I feel like if you have, you are more informed than over 90% of people walking around you. So
Thank you so much. You said so many. I've actually learned so many things, and after this episode, I'm going to look into some things that you have mentioned. So like even the ETF thing, like this is my first time hearing about that. So I'm just definitely going to do more research, which is like something that you have been emphasizing on. So that's something that is very important. But I think another thing too that I would like to ask is what's like the best, or like maybe let me not say best, but like when it comes to people's mindsets with money, like I think a lot of people have a lot of like different mindsets when it comes to money. So for someone like me, that'll say, oh, it's always God, it's always come back, spend your money now. Or some people who just think that okay, I just want to see my money growing, I just want to see my money the way it is. So like when it comes to money, I think people also have like an issue with discussing it, or even looking for ways to make it work for them. So if you were to suggest like a money mindset, if I can say it like that, like what would you say, or what would you tell me if I say, oh, my thoughts about money, I just feel like it's always come back. What would you advise? Or yeah.
okay, the first thing that I would say is there's this word they say, don't don't always work for money.
Mm,
Let money work for you.
yeah.
Money will always come. It's not flying to come. Yeah, you are the one that will still do the work that will
Mm,
bring that money. So
mm-hmm.
you have the mindset of, oh, let me always spend it because I can work to make it.
Yeah.
If you see money as a tool,
Mm,
at the end of it, if you see money as a tool, we will not always hold do you get we will not always hold it too strong.
yeah.
Like because many people feel like, why am I investing? This is not my money. I'll not go and
Mm,
use my money to go and buy somebody's company. If you let it, it is yours, but you let it work for you. You've already worked. In fact, it will work harder for you if you allow it.
mm,
You know, they say hard work is not hard work that pays at the end of the day. Because
yeah.
if it's hard work that pays, those people that are doing construction, all these people that work
Mm,
on construction site, they should be wealthier than everybody
yeah.
as we speak. It's not hard work that pays. Knowing that, then you know that secondly, money is a tool. If you use it well, it will always come to you.
Mm,
But
mm,
when this something is a tool, if you keep a tool in your house, do you understand, and you don't use it for a, let's just use a metal tool for example. If you keep a metal tool in your house and you don't
Mm.
use it for a year, it would
It's a
rust.
rust. Yeah.
But you bought it, right? You used money to buy it. At the end of the day, you bought it with
Yeah.
money you are not using the tool.
Mm-hmm.
It would rust. And if you now say, okay, it's now rusty, I can't really use it, I want to sell it, you are definitely selling it at way less than the price that you bought it.
Mm.
Money is also like that. Inflation is not playing with us in this country. So if you choose to just be so entitled to your money that you
Mm.
don't want it to do anything, you don't want it to use it for anything than to enjoy, you don't want it to do any other work for you,
Mm.
because investing in yourself does not stop in I want to go to Maldives. Of
Mm.
course, please put that in your wants, because if you are not enjoying mentally, you're not able to
Yeah.
produce more ideas that will give us more of this money to put to work. So something that is a tool, if you're not putting it to work, it will not give you more. And
Mm.
inflation is not our friend. If you are at least putting your money, you cannot work. I don't think anybody can work to beat inflation.
Yeah. So I don't
I
think
don't
that's
think we Do you understand? I don't think we can work to beat inflation. So the other way that we know we can match inflation is to allow that money to be looking for another way to bring money in.
mm.
So you are earning this specific amount monthly. Inflation is not your mate. Transportation is not helping you every day. But you put it in the high interest savings account that is yielding you 20% interest per annum. When you check the end of the year and measure it to the inflation level, you will see that everybody will either be at the same level, like you are able to beat inflation, or
Yeah.
you are on the same level with inflation. But if you put naira in your bank in January, don't touch it though. Till December, you did not invest, you did not save
I.
anything. You are saying it is my money. The thing that you can buy in January for 100,000 as at December is now 200,000. So that your
Mm.
money has devalued
Yeah.
to a very high extent. So it's understandable that we can be scared that, oh, if I let my money go to this app, and all, that's why I say before you put money in any app, is a little, these things, this information that we're looking for is on our phone. We have access to it. Go and check. Is the company I'm investing, is the app I want to use, is it CBN recognized? Is it SCC secured?
Mm.
Is it NDIC? Like, is it, I say NDIC, sorry, FDIC insured
Yeah.
for US, like apps that we can use for US related things? Is it insured? Also in Nigeria here, is it insured? If you have that information and they have your details, they cannot run away with your money.
At all.
You'll be surprised that even the bank that you are putting your money in, your money is not sitting there.
Mm.
The bank is helping you to use the money to give out loan and
Mm-hmm.
getting ridiculous interest from that loan. So now, is it not better to put your money in a place where, as much as they are using your money for something,
You
yeah,
still get
they are
profit on it.
paying you back. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are paying you for this. So if we can take away the thought of there will always be money
Mm.
and put the thought of money is a tool, it will be different.
Yeah.
Money is a tool. At the end of the day, the same way they say money is a spirit. You know, as at the beginning, I said money is a spirit, meaning that if you don't give it something to do,
Yeah.
it will disappear.
Definitely. To just
As
fly
much
away.
as,
Ah.
like, you will not know if you don't give it work to do, it will disappear. There will be one uncle that will call you one day and say, Naomi, longest time I know, you are in the UK now, you never remember me since all these days. Pian, you send another another brother from another mother too will reach out,
Mm-hmm.
another friend from somewhere will just say, longest time you're looking fresh every day, oh,
Mm.
invest in me, let me also look fresh. You know, there's, you will now be feeling guilty that, oh, everybody's in
Yeah.
Nigeria, I'm in the UK. You will now want to be doing, they'll use black tax to take away all your money. I believe we all know what black tax is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They will use it to take away all your money. Then
Chai.
at the end of the day, you'll be like, but I use the money to do something good. You'll be surprised. Even budget your niceness. The way we are going now, we
Ah, that's
budget
true. Hmm.
budget your level of being nice. Oh, in a month, the maximum I can give out is 20,000 naira. If the first person that come to meet me is 5K, second person 2,000, give. Next person 1,000, give. The day that 20,000 naira finish,
That's so.
if you like, come and tell me all the story in the world. It's not that I'm being wicked to you. Of course, there will be some situations that we know that, oh, this one is out of hand. You may want to, and the relationship you have with these people. But the moment you've crossed your budget, it is also a discipline for yourself. You have to
Mm.
know how to say no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the money, as I said, is as much as it's a spirit, it's also a tool. Always know that it can always leave you. Like it will leave you if you don't give it anything to do. And it is a tool that you can use. As much as you are using your own brain, you are using yourself, you are using your energy to make money,
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
money you are making can also do a lot of things for you
Yeah, it
if you
can.
give it the opportunity to. So if you can take away the mindset of, oh, it's my money, oh, I don't want to put it anywhere that it will disappear, or I'm the owner of money, anything I do with my money is my decision. Of course, if you invest, it's your decision.
Mhm.
And if you put your money in any high interest savings account, you say you want to take it tomorrow, nobody will stop you
At
from
all.
taking it.
Mm.
Don't forget, it can go and it can be used to make more.
Yeah.
Those are two things I usually say. And it's not easy sometimes when maybe someone grows up in a, like, not a really good, financially buoyant family when they're growing
Mhm.
up. There's
Yeah.
always this, oh, I want to really hold my money tight. I'm the one that work for. Yes, at the end of the day, nobody's taking
Mhm.
away the money
Mhm.
from you, and it's understandable. But don't put yourself in a situation where you are the one that always works for it. It never gets to work
Yeah.
for you.
Mhm. Chai.
So let it work for you. Always remember it's a tool. And as much, you remember, the more you use your machine, the more you use
Yeah.
you use those tools you buy, the iron tool, for example, the more you use it, the more effective it can work.
Mhm.
So the
Mhm.
more you use your money to work, it will make you more money. I think that's, I don't know if that's answered that
Yeah,
question.
it has. It has. It has. Thank you so much. Do you have like any piece of advice to, tell someone or anything in general that, especially when it comes to like investing and money, I think people shy away from speaking about it, and I don't know why. But do you have any advice or any like last few comments that you just like to make?
When you say advice, and I used to feel so much, how much is my age? But as I'm seeing 30 close to me, I'm not, oh God, I don't
Ah,
want to have anxiety.
please don't
So
even get me started on that. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready.
Ah.
But about this, what would I say? The first thing I'll say is never too late and it's never too early.
Mm.
That, and why would we say it's never too late and never too early is, they used to say the best time to invest was 10 years ago.
I agree.
Then the next best time is now. I don't know. Have you ever seen that post
No,
anywhere?
I haven't, oh, but you're actually right.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They said because
When I
there's
tell you I
nothing you
don't
want
know
to do.
jack about anything finance, I'm not even lying.
And the funniest thing is, I feel like, okay, maybe everybody knows these things already, but
No. But yeah, I agree. Like, cause in 10 years, if I had started investing like 10 years ago, I will. Oh, me, I
okay.
even know. But
So
honestly,
when you
like,
say it,
the best time is now, right
yes,
now.
do you understand? So yes, so the first best time was 10 years ago. The next
Mm,
best time is now. And when they say now, it's not now that you should put yourself under pressure. Now that,
yeah.
look at what is around you, look at what you have. What
Mm-hmm.
can I let go of? consistently and watch it grow. So
Yeah.
see, if you work with that, it will not even work for only money. I want to become a, what they call it, data analyst. I want to become a content creator. First best time 10 years ago,
10
because you
years
cannot
ago.
use mouth. You can't use mouth to
Yes,
become all those
now.
things. I want to start my own podcast. You are
Mm-hmm.
just using mouth to say it everywhere. You did not take any step to buy mic. I never knew anything like Riverside.fm before this. So
Oh.
whatever you're interested in to do, like, you are informed about it. You know
Mm-hmm.
this. I don't know. I listen as well as I listen to podcasts a lot.
Wow.
Everybody that is I don't know why. I don't listen to music as much as I listen to podcasts. I
Mm-hmm.
have
Mm-hmm.
podcasts for everything: relationship, money, personal finance, marriage,
Wow.
family, friendship. Come and open my If you open my podcast, our Apple podcast thing,
Yeah.
you will see there is a lot of podcasts that are I'm listening to halfway.
Goodness. Wow.
As well as I you can imagine, as well as I listen to podcasts, I don't know studios like this that they
Mm.
use to start a podcast show. I don't know it. So you want to start something like that and you are not getting to inform yourself about it,
Yeah.
reading about
Yeah.
it,
It's
going to
just a
research
simple
about
Google
it.
search. Like Google is my best friend. I always ask, like, if I don't understand something or I don't know how to pronounce something, like I just ask. I just ask Google. So you're actually
Oh
right.
my
Like
god. I don't think you
you
used to
search.
visit TikTok. I don't think you visited. You will be
I
shocked.
also use TikTok too. To at least recently, I started using TikTok to search for stuff. But like
No, like I'm
before, like
saying that the rate at which people sound like they don't even know that Google exists.
oh yeah,
Because at Instagram people are trying. You see TikTok. Oh my god.
oh my
I'm
god,
like, are you people serious? Like, you will post, like, you can post a video about something that what you expect people to do next is to, like, go online, do their research. Then the next
mm-hmm.
questions you'll be seeing is how.
Yeah, like ah, I don't. So me that even did
You
my own research. Do I have 10 heads?
Do you understand? So you can't tell me you want to start something now and you are still
Yeah.
asking how in the comment section. Yes, I want to. Of course, I will want you to buy my course. I will want you to have a one-on-one session with me. But I would want you to be smart to a specific level to be able to do some basic things in
First, you
this
won't have a
world.
conversation about it.
You Do you understand? For us to even have a conversation about it. So I feel like, as much as we say best time is 10 years ago, next best time is now. What are you
Mm,
doing now?
mm,
So the now
yeah.
is not to go and be asking everybody.
The now is for
Take
you
the
to sit
initiative.
down, take
Do you
initiative,
understand?
do your research.
That's it. Take the initiative. If you want to choose to, like, just learn about one company per day, that you say, okay, oh, I just want to, what does it even mean? All this,
Mm,
because the moment you search about, say, just go to Google and search, oh, Microsoft stock. The
mm,
first thing you see is a stock chart of the price of that stock today. Then you can see what it has been like 3 days ago. If you click on that post and then further read about it, there's now information about, oh, what has this company experienced in the past 3 days? What's the
mm,
latest news about this company? Just choose to read about it per day about a company, and
yeah,
you're good to go. So that's like the basic advice that I would say that I have. The next best time
is
is
now.
now for anything.
Maybe we should get on
Nice
your Zoom now.
inclusive.
Sorry, I'm a TikTok person. No, if I think they should even start removing me from that app, it's like it's becoming an addiction. But thank you so much for this episode. I'm serious. I actually learned a lot today, and I'm
I'm
like,
glad.
hey, what was I doing before? So yeah, please, friends and family, don't come to me to ask if you should spend money or something. I will tell you no. As from now on, go and invest the money.
Don't forget to
But
tell them
thank
to
you
also
so much,
budget
Lade,
it so they can
for
also have the one they can use to have fun. Did you get that?
no,
Did you
I
get what I
didn't
just
do.
said? Like I said, like when you said that when they come and meet you, you tell them that, oh, that don't go and spend, don't invest. I say just tell them to also have a budget that they can use to have
Oh,
fun.
yeah. I would also tell them
They
that.
won't feel like you're
But
wicked.
yeah, they know that I'm not a serious babe. So yeah.
No problem.
Ah, thank you so much for coming on this episode. I really, really appreciate it. And you guys should please follow Beto. Where's my Instagram? Let me not tell them the wrong handle. Hold on.
Can
Now
you
they just say
pronounce
it.
it?
Now help me out.
Just follow Lade Alajo. That's why it's LAD. Then there's an underscore LALAJO. That's
Yeah, I
basically
would
my
definitely
Instagram
be
handle.
putting all your details in the description box also and
All
on my
right.
social media so people can
All
know.
right.
And please also book a session with her, guys. All right.
I'm ready for
Bye.
you anytime. Okay. Bye.